Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm just putting my little headband thing on so that way I could push my hair back. There we go. I don't want to get any of this stuff in my hair. So today's face mask is going to be a little bit different. Excuse me, y'all. Still get my day started and everything. I was able to, what did I do? I did put some laundry up and everything. I still gotta hang these shirts and this dresses up. But I have some black charcoal powder, activated black charcoal. I'm getting a spoonful of that. I'm just adding it here into my little glass bowl. Okay. You don't need a whole lot of that one, so it goes, a little bit goes very far. And I actually keep a little spoon inside of here just because it makes my life easier. But it did come with a little funnel that doesn't really work. I also have my bentonite clay. Alright. Get my stick. I'm just gonna get a nice little scoop of it because you can always add a little bit more in later. And I'm just gonna add that right on in with that. Alright, so now I have my apple cider vinegar. You know, it's a staple. I'm gonna just take these. I'm gonna add a little bit into here, like not a whole lot. Okay. I'm gonna take that stick. I'm just gonna mix this up. Can y'all hear that? I need some water. 1 second. Because luckily, I have one right here. Let me finish mixing this up right quick. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the little grains out and everything. Make sure it's mixed in with the apple cider vinegar really, really well. As you can see, it gets really, really dark. And that's good. That's good. Okay, so now, where is it? Okay. I have my tea tree oil here. I'm kind of nervous about this one because the little top dropper part fell off. So we're gonna see if I could just pour a tiny little bit in here. Okay. So that's about 3.5 drops right there. I know they say don't use that much. Most people would recommend like probably like a drop within this amount right here. But I usually do use a little bit extra. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not no dermatologist. However, that's what works for me. And if you care to try it, go ahead. All right, so I'm gonna keep mixing this up. All right. So this is what it looks like now. Now, first thing I'm about to do is drink a little bit of this water right quick. Ooh, I was thirsty. I already had a water bottle this morning too. I've already finished one. It's only, what time is it where I'm at? It is 10:07 right now, so I don't know what time it is where y'all are at, but it's still pretty early. Well, mid-afternoon, early afternoon, something like that. Hello. Okay, so I'm just going to take this stick and then I'm going to take the mixture and drag it all the way across my face. Now, I did go ahead and make sure that I pre-washed my face ahead of time. Okay. And just go ahead and take your stick and push it all around. Okay. Yeah, so I guess y'all kind of get the point of like, how to put it on and everything. So we can kind of move on. You're just going to do an even layer of this all across your face. And it's not super thick. As you guys saw, I showed you it's not super thick. So you're not going to have to worry about this like kind of pulling at your hair and everything. I tried to make this one super thin intentionally for that reason, because my hair grows like really fast and it grows really thick. So I have to be considerate of stuff like that. But yeah, y'all, I don't know who, I hope y'all know what synchronicities are. Um, Let me pull up a definition because I really hate like not referencing Google for definitions when I'm talking about a particular word. So let me do that right quick. Synchronicity. All right, the simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no discernible causal connection. All right, so basically, y'all ever see little things like they're like, you feel like they're hinting at certain things in your life that's going on, and just stuff that you've been thinking and pondering about, maybe something you're trying to make a decision on, like just anything like that. Like, as you start paying attention and just looking around and being overall aware of your surroundings and intentional about the moments you are in, you start noticing little signs. You start seeing little signs that start leading you towards the path towards where you want to go and where you really want to be. You also see little things that warn you about things that may stray you from your path and put you in a place where you do not want to be. So, I think it's very important to like pay attention. However, I think it needs to be more widely known and more widely talked about, these types of concepts, because when you start trying to explain to people about, like different signs and stuff that you see in your life, like sometimes they can't make those connections because they don't necessarily trust in those things. They don't trust in those, in their instincts, essentially. Like they don't trust that spirit will speak to them personally. And they think you're crazy when you say that spirit is talking to you. So, on top of people needing to be more aware of these concepts, you also need to be more grounded in what you believe as well. You can't allow yourself to be easily strayed into things that are not in alignment with you just because other people can't see the vision. They can't see your vision. They can't see what's leading you. They can't see what's driving you. And that's not necessarily a fault on their end either, because there's been times where I told someone that I didn't think what they were doing was necessarily a good idea, and they made it work. So, it's something to say that I'm not guilty of it, and I didn't have bad intentions when I said that, said situation wasn't going to be a good fit. But they trusted their gut. They did what they did, and they went for it, and it worked out. And you know what? There's been plenty of times where I've done the same as well. Plenty. So when you are in those moments where you are doubting and you feel like maybe you tripping, it's like maybe I don't see what I'm actually seeing and everything. Like maybe, I should like not pay attention to my gut, to what I may not necessarily be able to see. One second, I'm trying to read this. You're right. Their mind isn't conditioned to understand it, but that super is so frustrating, in my opinion. However, when you step outside your ego of that frustration and everything, I feel like you kind of understand that there's an overall responsibility to kind of still teach and share and show. Maybe not in a way that's overextended. I'm sorry, guys. I guess my Wi-Fi started acting a little crazy. It's a little bit janky up here, so I'm sorry. But we back with the mask. We still just filling it in and talking and everything. But yeah, I was just talking about like an overall moral responsibility to make sure that the knowledge is still being passed on. Like, look within, because even if they don't understand, like, maybe someone around will understand. And I truly believe that if we just all work together, which is not saying that's gonna happen overnight. It's like, I see what's going on in the world. And I'm not ignorant. I don't think it's just like this whole miracle I really think it's, to be honest, I think it is a miracle for it to happen, but I think it is an achievable miracle. But that requires everyone to be on the same page and be ready to move forward, at least in the majority. So yeah, I saying all that, I feel like if you continue on with your journey, just doing what you're supposed to do, paying attention to the signs that you're supposed to be paying attention to. Like, don't pay attention to what everyone else is telling you all the time. Like, take heed from the ones you love, but the things that move you, that you feel like instinctively, it's like that stuff you don't need to budge on. You need to just go ahead and continue on, because I feel like that's your path and that's your purpose and that's what you're supposed to be doing. Teach the chosen. I completely agree with that. Everyone will not be able to come. Everyone cannot come. I'm 100% there with you. It's like people going to get left behind, and that's when you guys start practicing detachment and everything. Like, and that's another one of those easier said than done things. But yeah, oh, I got it on my little dress. Mm. But yeah, be prepared to leave people behind. Definitely be prepared to leave people behind, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like hell, but it is going to align you with your truer purpose, because if they aren't in alignment with the future that you're wanting for yourself, they're gonna have to leave. They gotta go. They gotta go. Yes, that's an excellent point. And you know what? Looking back at it, kind of comparing it to the Bible as well. The story of Noah. Everyone couldn't come. Everyone couldn't get on the boat, right? Only the people, well, yeah, well, there are people too, but only the people and the animals who were, chosen, the ones who they felt could go and create that better future and that better life after everything else was going to be essentially destroyed. That's a very large way and grand way of looking at it, but is essentially still the same concept. But yeah, I got my mask on and everything. So what I'm doing now is I'm just like waiting for it to dry essentially. Because what the bentonite clay and the activated charcoal is going to do is it's really going to help suck out like all the toxins in my skin. So I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the benefits of these two particular, actually three things, because I use well, four if you include the tea tree. All right, so these four ingredients and everything. Um, apple cider vinegar is really good for like toning the skin, evening the skin as far as like darkness. I've seen like a lot of a lot of help with that. Especially since I have acne scars in some places. I do have freckles too, and it doesn't bother those, so I love that. I also have this activated black charcoal powder. That's just really good for detoxifying and, like I said, pulling out those toxins and everything. It's really good for absorption because since the activated charcoal is so porous, it really is able to hold a whole lot. Um, I'm not sure if a lot of people know that's actually something that they will give you if you go to the hospital for alcohol poisoning or something like that. They'll give you. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. Like my Wi-Fi is just, we're manifesting better Wi-Fi. I don't even know what else they have better in this area, but I'm going to do some research because this can't keep happening. But anyway, yeah, once you get like 7 different like ingredients and stuff, you can start making like a whole bunch of different types of masks. And a lot of the stuff you might already have. Like you can easily make sugar scrubs and stuff like that. I use olive oil when I do stuff like that as well. I'm gonna start showing you guys a few more different masks. We're gonna get into some like scrubbing, some ones that exfoliate too, so that way you can really get that dead skin off. I had no idea about the magnetic storm. To be honest, I look, be under a rock. I don't be knowing what's going on. I be trying to stay in the loop, but there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in the world. And there's a lot of loops to be in. But it's nice to know that it's not just my janky Wi-Fi. Detached from what? The world. I agree. You have to be detached while still being an active participant. And that's kind of the hard part, because even if you are able to go into states where you're able to remove like your ego, like separate your ego, basically like step aside from your ego and just kind of sit in your higher self, if you will, and just kind of look and observe, you understand, like, you know, that detachment is what's best, is ideal. However, it's like to actually be human and have a human experience and be out here in the world, it's not always viable to just constantly be detached. Um, for some, it's more viable than others. It's like, so, you know, that's where you have these varying rays of personalities, I guess, for lack of better terms. But yeah, I do agree that being detached from the world is best as far as, like, you know, internal peace and happiness. But as far as being an active participant in the world and being out here, like, you know, you do have like natural feelings out here. Things happen, you talk to people, you have like interactions with strangers all the time. I'm still waiting for this stuff to dry. Oh, did I finish telling you guys all the benefits? Okay, well, the bentonite clay, I don't think I did the bentonite clay. The bentonite clay, it helps with really tightening my skin and the pores and everything. So I'm able to shrink my pores. I'm able to make sure I just don't get quite so much unevenness looking on my skin. I don't really like how that looks. I don't want them super tight either, but I do try to like just kind of keep a healthy balance. So that's why I do different types of masks as well. I do stuff that like kind of open things up a bit, but you know, not too heavy. Like that's where exfoliation comes in, but yeah. The tea tree oil though, like I use that to like kind of nourish my skin. Because I do have acne. I like that it really helps with just clearing it up. Tea tree and like rose oil for my skin, my face, especially on my face, it has been super helpful, super beneficial. It really helps nourish my skin too. I've been noticing like way less dark marks and stuff like that. I've been really trying to even and tone my skin. And especially since I wear makeup as well, I try to make sure I keep it very clean so that way I reduce the amount of breakouts that I have. Okay. Make sure to, oops, I hate when I do that. Try and see, make sure I don't miss nothing. I'm trying to wait for this to dry so I can show you guys how to remove it. Alright, so what else is going on in the world? Let's see, let's pull up Instagram right quick. I have it on here. Nope. Let me see if I can download it right quick. Okay. Says we're reconnected. Alright, so I got Instagram back downloaded. This might... Oh, and I've been logged out of everything. Okay, I don't even care that much to be on Instagram anyway. But as it tightens, I can really feel it like just tightening and everything. And I can feel my skin pulsating too. It feels pretty cool. Told it made the career plus all it is. I really hope so. Bye. I hope you have an amazing day. I don't think I got anything into my hairline, so that's good. So in 2 more days, I am going to be at my 18-month point for my locks. And I'm going to do like a detailed video on how I got my hair to grow and honestly how I keep my hair growing overall, because I think that'd be fun. And since I've gotten into shoulder... I'm trying to flip my contact out. Okay. Anyway, so I've gotten it to shoulder length in 18 months. So I'm really proud of that, because I still have been clipping my locks as well to like kind of trim them as they grow, making sure I don't have any dead ends and making sure that they continue to grow healthy too. So I'm really excited to see how they look in 18 more months. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead. Maybe I should wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for my nose to dry because that's where I have a lot of problem areas at. Okay, guys, is there a pause on here? Maybe I could pause it. Come back. Would that be an option? I'm still waiting for my nose to dry. It looks like it's gonna take a little while. Okay, so honestly, I'm just gonna do a regular little wash off anyway. I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here and end this live because I've been on here. It's been almost 30 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I will probably be hopping on later though, because I do still have to demold the molds that I made, and I have a couple more that I do need to make too. So I hope you guys join me for that, and I look forward to seeing you hippies later. And until next time, mwah.